Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PokéManiacs podcast. What a way to kick things off. I guess if you're watching this in VOD format, you won't have a clue what we're talking about. But we're talking about how Mario is a beta cuck while Luigi is an alpha Chad. And you all know it's true. But ladies and gentlemen, we're back with episode, I think, 6 or 5? Which one are we on?
Yeah, 6.
5? 6? Really? Are we on 6?
We're doing it, yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, episode 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, oh my god, we're 6 episodes in.
It's almost been 2 months.
Dude, it is crazy, actually, if you think about it, that we haven't yet missed an episode. Like, we haven't.
We'll never miss an episode.
We probably will at some point. Let's be real. We can't make that promise. I mean, unless like, you know, like, I mean, then again, it's impossible to keep me away from you boys. So it is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. We're going to be talking about all things Pokemon. Of course, we're going to be talking about, well, the disappointment of the direct that happened today,
no way.
And all that. Yeah, we're going to talk about everything, guys. Oh my god, it's going to be great. But of course, we always seem to have guests on, and this time we have 2 lovely guests on. Joining us for the first time is going to be a lovely friend of ours, especially a person that I've known for a long time, and if you've been watching this channel for a long time, you may know him, our boy Subarashi. Say hello to the people, my friend.
Yo, what's up, everyone? How's everyone been doing?
We are all right, my friend. Thank you for joining us, my guy. I know you've been kind of like existing around here in the sphere for a long time. He's been in the podcast. What do you call it? The channel. What do you call it? Like the Discord. You've been in there for a while as well. Yep. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you guys in chat, you might know Suba. I've known Suba now for years. He's been a long-time supporter, but as well also a long-time friend and collaborator. Helped me out with tons of videos, a lot of stuff like that. And also, he's currently also making content about Pokemon speculation, about Scarlet, Violet, stuff like that. So you can go check out his channel as well, which will be all linked down below in the VOD format of this video. But that's not the only person joining us today. We also have a former guest that's coming back for a second episode,
We're double dipping.
And we're double dipping on that, bitch. Let's go. But we're joined once again by Lumios Post.
What's going on, guys? Fun fact, this is actually my 3rd episode.
Yeah, I was going to say
it is. Oh, shit, it is. I forgot you were there with Draconis. You were there with Draconis. Oh, my God. Podcast. You were there with Podcast. I forgot.
Yeah,
dude,
I was there with Linky.
That's the... Wait, no. Oh, my God. Yeah. I am so confusing now all the times we've done this. Like, I literally thought we'd done 3 episodes. I'm not even kidding. I forget how fucking fast time goes. Alivania, think of the 20. Holy shit. Alivania, think of the $20.
I remember.
Holy shit. Alivania, think of the $20. Hey, this is for if we don't get news till next week, because I'm super busy getting my license next week. Also, 2 guests. Damn. Yes, indeed, 2 guests. Alivania, think of the 20. And of course, yes, we didn't get news this week. But as I said, Lumios is joining us again. You know, it's lovely to have you on here, mate. Thank you for joining us once more. We also have...
Me again.
Cheers, mate.
You know how... I was going to say, you know how Power Rangers gets like the 6th Ranger? That's basically Lumios.
Well, I mean, hey, if down the line you want to become a permanent member, you always can. Either way, where are we? So, Cam, we've got you here as well, of course, my friend. How are you doing? You all right?
I am tired.
Understandably.
I woke up super early for that direct. And
it was disappointing.
It was disappointing. I mean, unless you're a Persona fan, it wasn't. But I am a Persona fan, but I already played 3, 4, and 5, so it wasn't really nothing new for me.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Well, you know, depends on how you look at it. Then we have, of course, our lovely lad, Dusty Go-Goats. How you doing,
my friend? Everyone. How's it going, everyone? How you doing? How's everyone doing?
Yeah, you all right over there, my guy? You okay? You good?
Good to see you guys. What's up, everyone? It's Dusty Go-Goat.
Yeah, it's Dusty Go-Go, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by the lads, and we're going to talk about all things Pokemon. As you may notice, we are missing a lad today. Our regular boy, SoulSilverArt, is not here right now. I think SoulSilver won't be making it to today's episode, as far as I'm aware. I don't think...
He's working.
I think he's busy right now, so I don't think he's going to be making it, because as you may notice, for anybody that's been watching these episodes, we are doing this one a little bit earlier than regular, because usually we do these around... like 7 p.m. my time, usually. Like, I don't know what time exactly it is for you lads over there, but like we do them pretty like late my time, early your guys' time, correct?
Yeah.
It's 1 o'clock for my time.
Yeah, there you go.
PM.
So yeah, there you go. It's usually like pretty early for you guys, pretty late for me, but that's usually when we do them. So we are a bit earlier this time around, which, you know, it is what it is. But we're going to be running for a bit of a shorter podcast today. As if there was news today, I feel like we would have had like a 5-hour podcast. Let's be honest. Like easily, we could have been sitting here for 5 hours. Yep. But the thing is, there isn't really much to say in terms of brand new info. I think let's just actually start up with like I have 3 topics I want to start with. Okay, so let's start with actual brand new information about Pokemon, the Nintendo Direct, our opinions on it, and then kind of finally we can go into like the riddles and stuff like that we've talked about, missed, etc. All things along that line. So I thought we'd start off with like I just mentioned, let's talk about, like, I guess, official Pokemon-related news, which there are a few of. I don't know if you guys have heard these, but I'm going to just put them out there, and you guys in the podcast, you can tell me what you think about them, if you heard about it, etc. So the first one is Ash Ketchum is actually being added to Pokemon Masters, which I think is massive news. Not about you guys, but this is the first time since forever, like, they've never really done it before, where Ash has actually been properly, like, Ash Ketchum. Not like, red or blue or what. No, just actually proper Ash Ketchum from the current series, from the current anime, has been added into a mainline game. Okay? This doesn't happen usually. This is very uncommon for Pokemon. Okay? It's very uncommon.
This is huge.
Yeah.
The fact that they put, like, anime references in a Pokemon game is weird. We saw it a little bit with the yellow version, obviously.
Yeah, but that was
Pikachu and Eevee,
that was like mostly
Team Rocket.
Yeah, Team Rocket mostly, right? Like Team Rocket mostly.
And they're like soft references. I think we also got the Ash Greninja, but that's it. That's literally it.
But that's the thing. Whenever there's
He's actually got a
this,
model.
that's the crazy part. They've never done that before. We've never had an official Ash Ketchum 3D model or even an Ash Ketchum sprite, because I don't really know if you would count. I guess yellow, you could argue that is Ash, but it's never specifically said, I guess.
Yeah, it's red.
It's more or less red in a way, or even yellow from the manga, the actual character of Yellow, which is a bit different. But it's like, you can't really specifically say that is actually Ash. On the other hand, we have had Team Rocket, sure, though I would argue they're less importance. This is the first time the literal main character has been added, which is really, 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 really different. Also, Munching Munchlax, thank you so much for the $5, saying, I really think we'll get either a random trailer drop tomorrow, which I'm going to talk about that in a second with you guys about as well, or presents announcement tomorrow or Thursday or next week for sure, guys. Dude, I have been saying it. I still think we might get something either tomorrow or Thursday. I still feel it in my gut. Okay, I feel it. For whatever reason, I am on copium right now. But speaking of Ash, right, and we're going to get back to that. Don't worry, we're going to get back to that in a bit. But it is crazy that Ash is there, and not just that Ash is there, but he actually has his full fucking team, okay? He has his straight up full team and everything from the Journeys anime in there, which is crazy. Well, by the way, I just saw what you posted in chat there, guys. He's literally got his full fucking team in there. That is crazy. But that's the thing. I don't know what you guys think about this. So, Suba, like, do you think this has any meaning beyond just like, oh, it's a promo thing? Or is this like maybe a indication for the, like, I feel like personally, I'm going to say it like this. I've always said that the show, the TCG, and the mainline games are all interconnected. What happens in one can affect the other one. Not directly per se, but indirectly and kind of subconsciously. They can kind of indirectly affect each other. So, what are your thoughts on Ash being added in?
Well, I would think that basically it's well, I kind of thought this would actually kind of happen, to be honest. Like, obviously the anime's really, literally, because the anime is so popular now, and like they've obviously got some sort of tie-in, definitely,
Well, would you argue that, like, would everybody here argue, is the anime the biggest now that it's ever been? Or was it bigger during X and Y?
Yes.
X and Y.
Yeah, definitely
Really?
bigger now, 100%.
Okay, interesting.
With the tournament, yeah.
Interesting. All right. So then I'm wondering if so you already assumed this was going to happen. What about you, Lumios? Like, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think this has any value in the long run, or is this just kind of like a gimmick thing that they're doing to make, Masters more popular? Like, what do you think?
I mean, it definitely helps to make Masters more popular, but I also could see it kind of being, because it's just been data mined, it's not yet released. Thank you, Cam, for telling me that. But I think that it may be to promote Ash in the Masters 8 tournament in the anime right now in Japan.
Yep.
Specifically, they might drop this when we're about to get to his match against Leon in the finals. And
when is that, by the way? When is the final match? Like, do we know the date?
We don't have the episode title yet, but because they're kind of doing an episode per battle, it looks like, because they announced that Lance versus Diantha, they're getting their own episode. Iris versus Cynthia is their own episode, and Ash versus Steven is their own episode. we can assume that it'd be like about 5 or 6 episodes from now, unless they do like another KHU lost at the league. That one's for you, Sir Barashi. But I know he loves KHU from BW so much. He I think it, like Suba said, it's definitely something that they were going to do at some point. Jesse and James are REM masters, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly, yeah. Definitely.
They have been in games before because they were in Let's Go and Yellow.
Yep.
But they were anime
they're
made
Yellow
characters.
representation, I believe.
Yeah.
Not anime exclusive, but they were anime original.
Yeah. But Ash has been anime exclusive this whole time. He's never been officially in a game, I would argue. Right?
And don't forget that Ash Greninja was actually added in Sun and Moon.
That's true. And it's from a letter from Ash. You get a letter from Ash.
Literally.
So he technically does exist in the world there, but in the game world, but it's just we never actually see him presently there. Right. And now we do, which is so trippy, by the way. It's so weird for me to look at this and think that this is not like just the anime. This is actually in the game. It's just kind of crazy.
I thought it was like a fan render.
Yeah, his model looks so out of place because it's the anime's art style.
Yeah, it is really trippy, dude. But all right, so that was the first piece of, I guess, Pokemon-related news. The next one, which I want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions on, is there is 2 things. There's been a trademark for I think, Pikachu. There's been like a trademark of a new Pikachu 3D model that's popped up, as well as, I think, a domain update for Stadium, right? Like the domain for for the admin page for Stadium, which is really strange and kind of weird. Now, again, I'm going to point out, trademarks have to happen all the time, right? Pokemon, any company, Disney, Marvel, doesn't matter. Okay, well, that's all under Disney. But, all these companies, Warner Brothers, etc., they trademark file all the time, right? It's nothing that crazy. However, sometimes trademarks can be an indication of things to come, or an indication of something that they need to trademark now they're going to be using soon, right? Or it can also mean that there's something to trademark it now just down the line in case they need it, right? The same reason they trademarked Scarlet and Violet back in like 2008 or something, right? Like I remember that we had like, how long was that ago? It was a long.
Wild if it was.
I remember though.
It was trademarked in 2008. The name Scarlet and Violet.
I think
we gotta go back and look at all trademarks.
Because there was also Pokemon Gray as well. Pokemon Gray as well. I think even Pokemon Pokemon Bronze, wasn't that also? Oh yeah.
Pokemon Brown.
I think
Bronze. What?
No, the Brick Bronze. Pokemon
was also trademarked.
I think Pink was as well trademarked. I just know there was a bunch of them.
Amber too.
Yeah, but there was like
Pokemon Brown was probably like for an Eevee version.
It was for Eevee.
Pretty sure it must have
Pink
been.
Was for Clefairy.
So
because remember, Clefairy was meant to be the original mascot.
So here's what I'm kind of then wondering, guys. Do we take any value? And of course there is. So that's the first thing, is the trademark of Pikachu. The next thing, of course, as I mentioned, is about the other side of the spectrum, which is the Stadium trademark thing. What do we think about that?
I have to say something about this.
Yeah, go on, Cam.
I think this is all leading for Presents. I mean, think about it. There's one thing you forgot, Ruffle. Just a few, like 45 minutes ago, Buzzwole and Glaceon were also data mined for Unite. I think that those two, along with Ash and Masters and the Stadium trademark, I think they're all leading for something to be revealed in a direct, because none of these have been officially announced. They've all just been data mined and trademarked. So
like,
I think,
what?
And then one last thing. Remember that region countdown ends this week, because last week was Galar.
But see, that's the thing.
What is Stadium gonna refer to? Because like, are we assuming that it's just gonna be a port of the existing Stadium games?
Well, they did port Snap. They did port N64 Snap. Yeah. So they could always port it.
One last thing, you have to remember that Snap got a second game. There's nothing saying Stadium can either.
True.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
so
Ruffled, you and I last year, like, I mean, we in the future of Pokemon, we talked extensively about a new Stadium game where it's essentially like Mario Maker, where you build. It's basically the ultimate battle simulator. It'll essentially kill Pokemon Showdown.
Yep. But that's the thing. I even talked about that during stream today, because I think that's a high possibility. And I even said that, like, if you're from a business perspective, okay, so remove like your fan logic from it, right? And just think about it from a business perspective. Like remove the fan side of your brain and just think about this from a money-making side. If you make a battle simulator, which you don't have, by the way, they don't have a battle simulator. They did have it in the past with Stadium 1, Stadium 2, Battle Revolution. But they haven't had one since Battle Revolution, which was what, 2008, 2009? You know, it's been like well over a decade since then. Guess what? They can easily make a definitive battle simulator, right? Because guess what? You can look at you can look at Showdown right now. What is Pokemon Showdown? Let me see. Pokemon Showdown. How many people are on Showdown right now? Okay, playing on a free online version of this. So let's see. Play online, and there are currently just in like I think the basic 15,000 people are playing it right now. 15,000 people. Yeah, that is. Listen, that is a healthy. That is where
people go to play. Like
that is a healthy. That is such a healthy player base.
Yeah.
That is 100%. Such a healthy player base. You got to understand. This is a free online battle simulator that's been around for such a long I was gonna say decades, but over a decade.
There are so many Pokemon niches where people focus all of their attention, all of their life. Like that's their main hobby.
That's what I'm saying.
Pokemon Go or this or that or that. And for competitive battling. That's not. They spend all their time doing something that's not owned by Pokemon. Why would you not want to make something like that?
Think about this though.
This will also give the Pokemon that aren't in main series games a place to actually thrive.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking again is this: if you think about this from if you think about this from a business perspective, right? You can sell this in pieces. Like. I am really thinking of this in the most scummy way possible that a company can sell it. Because that's just how you have to look at this. And that's why I said remove your fan side of yourself. Remove the part of you that's like, a good person and that, that just loves things for the love of it. And think about this from a grubby money-making side of things.
It's going to be a subscription service.
That's what I'm saying is they can
it's a
easily.
Free download with a
this is easily the perfect way to set it up is like, the game is either free or buy in for like $25, $30 or some shit, right? Buy in.
It can be a part of home.
And then
as
that too.
That's what I was
or it's a separate entity.
Home has GTS.
Yeah.
True, but or it's a separate entity and then you can get like home as a bonus on it. Like, if you have this, you get home for free. Right?
Or it interacts with home, right?
Exactly. And it's a connected thing with it. But here's what I'm thinking is they can easily be like, only certain Pokemon are available they maybe give us the first 2 generations for free. And then they're like, we're adding the expansion pass. If you get the expansion pass, you get these like boosters and these outfits to give to your character that you have in the game, whatever the fuck bullshit. They can basically take the Unite formula of skins on your character and reapply it here because they've been.
I hope not.
It's been, dude. They can though. That's what I'm saying.
I know they can.
I'm not saying I want it. I'm not saying I want it, or I think I'm not saying I want it, or I think they should do it. I'm saying they can. And they probably will if they're doing something in this vein. Because it literally works. It functions. It's just an easy money-making method, Okay,
I totally agree that they could do that. But I think, to your point, if they want to actually make money, then what they would not want to do is actually have people, or incentivize people to go use a free software. Right?
Yep. True.
If the whole platform's over there, they need to make something that's as competitive, which not competitive, but like competitive in the market, right? Like they have to make something that's as appealing, that is even better, because it can't just. If they literally.
But here's the thing.
Like it's gonna be like, well, that's boring, and there's gonna be obviously.
But here's the thing.
Have as much customization.
You gotta remember. There is something you also have to keep in mind. People pirate games, right? People pirate movies and shows and everything, right? But remember. There are still like 600 million people that are signed up for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I can just Google right now. Pirate Bay, fucking, Frozen 1 and 2. I can Google it and I'll find the video movie and I can watch it. If I want to watch Ben Kenobi, if I want to watch fucking the Kenobi show, I can just fucking Google it and find a free fucking play. There'll be some Russian fucking prostitutes ads and shit on the screen for like a few seconds, but once that's through, I can watch my show. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's the thing. There is you can do that, but here's the thing. There are still 600 million people that pay for Disney Plus. There are still like 250 million people or 300 million people or I don't even know how many fucking people that pay for Netflix.
It's totally possible.
Okay?
I think it's totally possible. I think they give us a system like this. I think it would be amazing, and it would actually fix a ton of the problems that people have with Sword and Shield. I've stopped playing I've stopped battling competitively in the main series Pokemon games because they've made so many limits.
Yep.
Just imagine this, right? It's like Pokemon Home Plus subscription service, and with that you get online battles. You're able to make a custom team, like Ruffle say. You can have a character with skins and stuff, and at some point they for like they can cash in on this and be like, for an additional $3 you can buy the feature to remove the timer, and you don't like stuff like that. Or you can play like Z-Move format.
They can just do a battle pass. They can just do a fucking battle pass. Just a battle pass, like, oh, you know, if you use this, if you have this battle pass, then you can. They can even do like they've shown that they can do skins. Like Pokemon used to be this like franchise, and this is just a thing with Nintendo. I don't know if you guys have noticed this over the decades of Nintendo's existence and Pokemon as a franchise. They've never allowed anyone else to take their game and even slightly alter it, right? Or their intellectual property. They don't let anyone take their IPs and alter them even slightly. Like they wouldn't allow, for the longest time, and I know this is something in the background that's been talked about, they wouldn't allow anyone to take Pokemon. If you were like a studio that's making a Pokemon spin-off, you had a very thin margin of what you could actually change. You know, they would allow only a very minuscule amount of changes for you to actually do, because if you went outside of that perimeter, they would say, no, it has to stay like this, and you're not allowed to do anything else, right? So the idea of having skins for Pokemon was unheard of a decade ago, right? But if you haven't noticed, things have shifted. I think that even, you know, Pokemon has noticed that we need to shift. We need to allow more like viability in this kind of stuff. We need to change it so people can, you know, do these kind of things, because this is what works within the industry, right? Letting Pokemon have skins. Guess what? There's a Charizard that looks like a samurai now. That's a thing, okay? There's a fucking Decidueye that looks like he's from Naruto. That's a thing. Like, there's skins in Unite. So I could already see in my head that, oh, they can literally just do, you know, a battle simulator, stadium, whatever the fuck you want to call it, inside of Home, or even a separate entity, right? But maybe connect the two in some way. They can do that on separately and just add in a battle pass and be like, oh yeah, guys, so you can get like skins for your character for like, you know, the free battle pass, give you some bonus coins or whatever the fuck. And you know what they could also do? They could just lock off the Pokemon behind like a gameplay wall, and also add a option of premium currency to skip the wall. Same thing they do in Unite. Like, they can be like, oh, hey, you have access to these 50 Pokemon to start with out of these, you know, 200 possible ones, right? And then they're like, oh, but if you play the games, like, they can even have a story in it. It doesn't, like, you know, like, you could have, like, a very bare-bones story where it just forces you to play battles against, like, fucking robots and bots and shit, right? Until you,
so
like...
I could see,
so exactly.
So let's say this launches in Gen 9. I could see the base model of the game, if you buy it, or if you download it in 2022, is you get all Gen 9 Pokemon. And then it's like, okay, then the exclusive, or the deluxe version, the premium version, you get all the Pokemon, you get full customization of moves, etc., etc. And then one of my favorite, I mean, we made a video about it, so I'm not gonna go into full detail, but like, you can literally do so many things. This could be Minecraft or creative version, right? Where literally you can do anything. You have access to everything. And that is how Pokemon Showdown works. And I feel like they'd be incentivized to actually do that. And I like what Cam said about having it like they basically want to make Pokemon Home, Pokemon Showdown. Make everything, you know, it doesn't need to be all together. Yeah. Like, if it's all connected, I feel like that's the best product, because then people are actually going to want to go out of their way to get it. Yeah,
listen, I need to answer a question in the chat. Mr. Disaster, I don't know if you just joined the stream or when you came in, but you need to, like, just bear with me. I'm not talking about what I want. I'm talking about what they can do. And I literally said this before I got into this topic. I specifically pointed out that I'm talking about this from a business perspective. I'm not talking about what I want. Fuck no, I don't want this. I don't want a million microtransactions bogging down my game. I just want Battle Revolution 2. That's all I want. I don't want Ian Stadium. I just want Battle Revolution 2. That's all I want. I don't fucking care about like all the extra shit. I don't want skins in my character. Like, sure, I mean, it's cool in Battle Revolution, even had their skins, but it was free. It was part of the game. But like, no, I don't want this. I'm just saying from a business perspective. That's why I literally pointed out at the start of this topic, we have to look at this from a business perspective, right?
Yeah, we can't just assume it's gonna be the best game in the whole world. Right. No, I think for a period of time, like after Pokemon Battle Revolution, I feel like once the games went into 3D, there was no purpose for a battle revolution. And now we're reached the point where it's like the games have not caught up. Like if Pokemon games were as seamless as Pokemon battles were as seamless as Legends Arceus, if they were that quick, right? That's on par with Pokemon Showdown. Pokemon Showdown's fun because you can get through battles quickly. And the games don't have that. So
it takes forever.
I would love something like that.
Munching Munchlax, just really quickly. Thank you for the $5, man. Says, hey, Ruff, I don't know if you saw my last dono before. I did. It was about the presents and all that. But I think we should get a random trailer tomorrow, an announcement tomorrow, or Thursday, or next week at the latest. Which, yes, that's actually interesting you mentioned that because I want to go into that topic. But first I want to see, I think one of you guys had something to say about specifically the whole showdown here at ID. Do you guys have any final inputs on that?
I had something to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say that they can definitely pull off a whole story with this whole showdown stadium thing, because if you guys don't remember, when you first buy home, you're introduced to that one Professor Oak character, like Grand Oak, that's like the super old looking oak, like with the shades and the long hair and stuff. And he only appeared for that one that one cutscene in the beginning of the game, and that was it. If they do this whole Home Plus battle simulator thing, they can definitely bring him back and have him be a part of the whole, like you said, Ruffle, the whole battle simulator story.
Yeah.
Where you're just fighting through people, unlocking skins and more Pokemon and stuff like that. And and like Dusty said, if this is like a part of Home, it would incentivize people to actually buy Home, because a lot of people that I know personally are just like, yeah, I would like to transfer my Pokemon, but I don't want to just pay like monthly to just put them all behind a this paywall, and then once I stop paying, they're just locked and I can't get them until I pay again. But like, if people, like I said, you can get every Pokemon in a single game anymore. If they have this simulator thing, people will actually, they're like, okay, I don't have to buy the main series games, but also if I don't feel like paying monthly, I can just buy the main series games and play behind the Pokemon that are available in that game, rather than just buy this monthly subscription thing, because either way they're gonna make money. It's not gonna harm them. That's like the big takeaway from this. They can do this gonna be business practice. They can, like, rather we choose to pay in Home or pay for $6 for like the next main series game. Either way, they're gonna make money, because people are gonna play the Home format for the months they can get, and they're gonna play the Gen 9 or Gen 10 or whatever for that new format of the monster they can get, whatever the gimmick is. Because for all we know, they're gonna if they do this, they're gonna make this gimmick, this showdown thing on the app or the Home app, and then we might not get the Gen 9 monsters until like a few months later, because they want you to focus on that generation. But if you want to return to the old gimmicks, you can play the Home thing. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I love this.
If we do get this whole type mechanic, people are gonna be like, holy crap, I want to play that. So they're gonna go to Scarlet and Violet. But if some people are like, I don't like that, I prefer Dynamax for some reason, or I prefer Megas and Z moves, they can go back to the Showdown app on the Home Plus subscription. They can go play that. So everybody wins pretty much.
I got you.
That's what spin-offs have always been. Like Pokemon, I mean, this is kind of like a spin-off, right? It's like not everyone likes the core series Pokemon game. A lot of people get it just to see the new Pokemon. But in reality, it's like some people will also like Pokemon Snap.
Mystery Dungeon.
Like Mystery Dungeon, exactly.
Rangers.
That's what it's to capture different people within the Pokemon niche.
Yep. Yeah. Devin Knox, thank you for the $5, says there are orange style and purple style Charizard skins. But the thing is, though, that actually just fits with the Unite colors anyways. Thank you for the $5. Yeah, that's like, they were the ones who introduced those colors to begin with, which is kind of interesting if you think about it. But Devin, thank you for the $5, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you. Speaking of which, I want to just see, Lumios and SoulSilverArt, you guys have any more inputs on this specific topic? Or like, or do you guys kind of like, have nothing else to add to this one? Should we move on to the next one? Or do you guys have anything to add specifically on this subject?
Super, you can go first.
Well, if they're obviously probably never will actually add this to the main games. Imagine that. Oh man,
no, they would never do that. No, they're never gonna add that, because the thing is, it's too much work, and it would be invalidated, like, literally 3 years later. You know what I mean?
But another. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't even done your point. I'm already cutting.
Yeah, Suba, go on. Go on.
No. You can go.
Like, I guess the thing that's so exciting is, like, we've all had problems with the national decks because it feels like we don't have a complete Pokemon game. But this would be an opportunity for them to have lower resolution Pokemon like interaction with your Pokemon, right?
Yeah, that's
and it would
the
be
thing.
independent. It would be independent of the game. So like even though not all Pokemon are in this in Scarlet and Violet, I can still use Go-Goat. I can still use Arcanine, Scizor, whatever Pokemon I want to use, even if they're not in the main series game. I still have access to them here.
They won't just waste away. They'll like actually have a purpose to be used in some competitive format.
Exactly.
So that Charizard you raised from Red and Blue can still be used. Just it won't be in the next main series game. It'll be on this like showdown format that's available on the app. So he doesn't. So when the next game does come out and he's available, you can still put him
like a
into the
hub.
next game.
Yeah, like
It's a hub. Yeah. And then it can
battle
just
hub.
grow independently. And it's like think of it like the Smash Brothers games, where it's like every months or whatever, how many years, it's like, okay, well, here's a new patch with all the new Pokemon, or here's some new features, or oh look, now there's berries in the game. I mean, I think all that stuff would probably want to be in the base
And
game.
here's one thing we didn't think about. They can put held items behind paywalls, Ruffled.
Oh yeah, shit! They can literally do that.
Good God.
This is random. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a great topic. I love it. I really hope it comes to fruition at some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, right? We'll see. But yeah, so Lumios, do you have anything to add to that?
So, I actually, shameless plug here, I actually did a video talking about the best Pokemon game, like a month or two ago. So you can check out my channel for that. But I was talking about this specifically. And, I think that a stadium game will work so well because, like we said, it's a way for the home Pokemon to exist. When they made Pokemon Home, they promised, hey, there's going to be a place for you to still connect with your Pokemon. I'm sorry, I don't connect with my Pokemon when I pull up my home app and I just can click my Tauros and it'll do a little animation. That's not that's connecting to it.
It's so stupid.
Yeah,
that's a real
but it would
right
also
there.
allow you to do, one thing that people missed, biggest complaint, arguably, of Galar, aside from National Dex Cut, of course, was no Megas and no Z moves.
Yeah, you
can
keep
next
all
game,
of it. Sorry.
What was that?
I'm just getting excited. I'm on the same train of thought.
Some people will be upset that there's no Dynamax. So a stadium type game would allow you to do battles in Dynamax setting and Z move setting and Mega setting and whatever the Scarlet and Violet setting is, and they can use DLC or just sequel games to patch in future gimmicks in Gen 10 and beyond. And you can even run a tournament where it's a lot like the anime's World Championships, where each battle you have to pick your gimmick. And that's the gimmick. Once you use a Z move, you can't use a Mega, you can't use a Dynamax, you have to use one gimmick per battle. There's so many options for that. And the fact is, some people will say it's a waste of money, you can just battle in the mainline games. But for one, I think all of these points would make that not true. And for two, the fact is, people have been begging for another Pokemon Stadium game since Gen 5 when we didn't get another Battle Revolution or Stadium game. People want it. So it doesn't matter if you think it's irrelevant or not. Clearly, it is relevant to many people.
Pokemon battles are a core thing of the franchise. Like, of course it matters.
Right. It's not irrelevant at all because you can battle in the games. Also, I know it's a really minor thing, but I love the announcer in Battle Revolution. How you have the whole cool. Quagsire releases Hydro Pump. I love that. I want that.
I don't think that will be there for the sheer fact that it'll be like over 900 plus miles for them to announce, especially for him doing like every individual move.
If he ever does, respect to him, man.
Siri exists. Just use a system like that.
That's true.
Well, okay, so I guess we've kind of done and dusted that topic because I feel like we've kind of gone through everything I'd say on it. But I think we should move on to the next thing, which is, as already has been mentioned by Munchlax in chat, and he's been asking about this, and I thought we might as well go into it, which is, will there still be a possibility this week, now that today has happened, the Direct has happened, which we're going to talk about in a bit as well, but I want to first start with the possibility, is there still a chance, at least in your guys' opinions, and I'm going to go one by one and ask you, is there a possibility of a Pokemon either presents a Shadow Drop trailer or any official mainline news from Scarlet Violet related shit? Is it still possible this week? Or is it impossible to happen? I'm going to have to wait until next week or even further than that. Subarashi, what do you think?
I actually honestly don't know. When was the last one?
Start of the month. Well, presents. Well, that wasn't a present. That wasn't a present, though, was it?
It was a trailer, yeah.
That was just a trailer.
Yeah. It's just popped out of nowhere. Maybe we'll get something like another trailer just pops out of nowhere.
Yeah, but like, do you think we'll see something particularly tomorrow, or like, do you think we're gonna have to wait until next week? Because that's kind of where the discussion is right now. It's like between those two options.
It's hard because I honestly don't know. Maybe if something happens tomorrow, go for it. Yes, exciting. But I think it's a bit too soon. I think maybe next week we'll see one, maybe, or even further on. That's my opinion.
All right, and Lumios, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I think that it's always possible because Friday is July 1st, which means Friday is 1 month since our last Scarlet and Violet news.
Yeah.
So something tomorrow is certainly possible. I don't see it happening past next week. I don't see anything later than next week. Cam had mentioned earlier a gorgeous idea, and that is an announcement this week for a presents next week. That's true. Probably the dream. Mm-hmm. But I don't think there'll be a presents this week. If there's a presents, it's next week. But maybe instead of a presents, they'd shadow drop a trailer tomorrow. I do think it's weird that their little visit region shorts that they've been doing ended last week. If they're doing a presents next week, why would they not line it up?
Well, unless they, like people said, unless they do a Hisui one this week. Which is always
totally not doing a Hisui one, though.
If they do, I don't know.
Using anime footage, and there's no anime footage of Hisui.
That is true.
And there's the
well, there is the other anime like that, like the other thing, the little show they're doing. I know, I'm just bullshitting. I'm just bullshitting and copiuming this one. Jack-O-Lantern, thank you for the $2. Saying 28 on 28. Hey, happy birthday, dude! Jack-O-Lantern, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Yo, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the direct though. But yo, Lumios, continue, my good friend. Where were you?
I think that another thing too is the theme of these are kind of like supposed to be like travel ads, like as if hey, you can actually hop on a plane and go visit Kanto. You can't hop on a plane, and if we lived in the Pokemon world, we couldn't go visit Sinnoh or Hisui because it's Sinnoh now.
True. No, you're correct. That's the thing I've been saying as well, because I was like, no, there's not going to be a Hisui one. There has to be news this week. But
what it's worth too, they did posters of each game back in February before the presents that revealed Scarlet and Violet. Yep. And there was no Hisui poster.
Fair point. Well, Cam, I guess you kind of already talked about this a little bit, but I guess your thoughts. You want to go further in on them? What do you think?
I like Lumio said, I think there's a possibility. I don't think that we might get news this week. There is the possibility because I'm pretty sure the visit region thing happened Thursday or Wednesday. I believe it's Thursday because I checked last week and it was Thursday morning.
Yep.
But I do think that we have a possibility of getting a trailer on Thursday. If not a trailer, definitely an announcement, because you guys have to remember, and I'm pretty sure you guys do remember, that last time they did this, that was when we got the Galar trailer, the Galar like presents direct thing. And I think that they are doing this whole news once a month thing. I don't think that they're just gonna do 2 trailers a month like they used to back in Sun and Moon. I wish they would. I really do, but I don't think that's happening. Like I told Lumios, I think that we're gonna get an announcement at the end of this month on Thursday, most likely, and then the presents or next trailer is gonna happen in July, so it ties in with the whole once a month schedule that they're trying to do, and also it fits into the whole visit a region thing. I think that's how it's gonna be. I really like that. That would be like most ideal, because then we can do like a whole like sudden like PokéManiac podcast of just, holy crap, a present is happening. Like that would be amazing.
Yep.
I would love that. But that's pretty much where I stand. I think that news, if not this week, most likely next week, because they seem to want to do it as early as possible. I mean, we literally got news on the 2nd of July, or is it the 1st of July? June.
Yeah, 1st or 2nd, I can't remember, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know. I do agree though, because that's the thing. I've been copium this whole time saying I still think we're getting something this week. But whether that is like an announcement of an announcement or whatever the fuck, I still feel something this week. Like I'm deep in this, dude. I'm too deep in the belief, right?
You guys were saying this last month.
Yeah,
the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
Definitely, I think it's going to be an announcement. I don't think it's going to be a trailer. It could be, but I think it's definitely an announcement of an announcement for next week.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at. That's where I stand.
All right, and Dusty, what are your thoughts on this?
I'm always like, I think they can really do anything. I miss the days where they would just like drop a new Pokemon with no context, with anything. I mean, they kind of did that for Gen 8. With some Pokemon, but that's what I'm hoping. I'm almost thinking like they dropped this to get this out of the way, and now they can do like a full direct, not a direct, but they can do like just a drop a trailer, do something. It doesn't need to be a big event, right? We don't need the announcement for the announcement. They can just be like, here's a trailer. Enjoy your Friday.
That's what I'm saying. That's how they dropped the info about the box art and and stuff for like Hisui.
Yeah, so
they just dumped it. They just dumped it on fucking Twitter of all places. Yeah, like, there was no pretext for it. There was no reasoning behind it. It just happened, sort of. Like it just kind of was there, and then it was.
For Legends Arceus and BDSP.
Yeah, there was no announcement for that.
I hated that. I absolutely hated that. That was so out of nowhere. The thing. I just woke up to the news.
But dude, I remember I was like, okay, this is different because this is not what they usually do. This is different. But I liked that. Personally, I enjoyed it because to me it was like, oh, you guys do know how to drop info without having to make us wait for it. Like good that you can actually fucking do this. Because they never do that. They never just give us info. And then also, remember, they did do the Hisui like weird promo stuff, which I do think we're gonna have another one, at least 2 or 3 of those with this promo cycle.
Definitely.
Like the camera, like the creepy camera found footage thing.
I love those.
Remember the 24-hour podcast stream? Sorry.
Yeah.
The 24-hour forest.
If they do it, yes, sir.
That was insane,
dude.
The last 2 was like the Voltorb one where the site was messing up, and then my favorite one was back in Gen 8 with the glitched out Surfetched.
Yeah, that was cool.
I am not fucking dealing, dude. Again, a 24-hour stream. I will. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
No, I'm not even gonna watch it.
I am watching it. I am doing it, dude.
All waited for a flipping pony,
dude. I mean, I'll always remember my reaction. It's a pony. It's a motherfucking pony. I just remember the exact. Dude, that's exactly like what I said, but just like more like intensely. But dude, that was ridiculous. But that's the thing; they always do those weird promos, so we can assume there will be some similar promo stuff like that again. Some like mini trailers to reveal one new Pokemon or a new form or a new gimmick thing, like something like they will do some weird little promo stuff, like 100,000%, because they always do it. Okay. They always do that. It's something they always seem to do now since like Sword and Shield was it started becoming a thing. They've been doing that now since then, right? They keep doing these little interesting promo things. So I think there will be something like that. However, when that's going to show up, how that's going to be like, how it's going to function, all that shit, who knows? That's all up for debate, I guess.
With SoulSilverArt in the comments, by the way, what's up, Soul? I think that definitely the one thing we are guaranteed. Finally, me and Lumios both agree. Finally, to reach a name. It's been way too long.
That's something I don't understand why they haven't given us yet. It is ridiculous how long we've been waiting for that, and it still hasn't, surfaced. Nothing. We've received nothing.
Hisui, this is the longest we've waited for it. And with Hisui, we knew it was the old Sinnoh, so we didn't really need it.
It's weird. I don't know.
Before that, we just called it like Sinnoh, and then when did we get the presents that gave us the Hisui name drop?
August.
Yeah.
August 18th, I think, was the exact date.
I don't know.
I don't think it would make sense for him to do that a second time because this is a new generation. And then especially if they're going to start revealing regional forms, we definitely need the name then.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? But I guess we've gone through that topic. Dusty, I guess you've given your thoughts as well.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know. It's the type of speculation that it's just we're kind of in the dark on.
Yeah. Well, I think we have a general kind of consensus, which is I personally think, which I haven't really given too much of my thoughts on it, but I do think personally we're going to receive some kind of information this week, and it all becomes down to the fact that there is too much stuff happening around the other parts of Pokemon. around the TCG.
Yeah, like the data mine.
Like,
I forgot to bring that up. Like
I forgot.
The data
We
mine.
also have like the official release now as well of the Pokemon Go set for the cards as well. That's happening.
Yeah.
That's about to be actually. Wait, Yulene, when is that? Pokemon Go set.
Like
when is that release?
I don't know.
1st of July. 1st of July. So that's happening. I think 1st of July. So everything kind of perfectly matches up, in my opinion.
There's the silhouette too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you just posted that in Discord. PokéTimes posted a silhouette.
Oh yeah. That thing too. Yeah, I talked about that today. I think I was kind of assuming it's gonna be the Jigglypuff again. You guys remember that whole joke with like the Jigglypuff from above this round? Yeah. But it is random though that they like, because the PokéTimes are weird. Whenever they tweet, that usually like something is sketchy so going on over there. You know what I mean? Because that's an official account as far as I remember. And whenever they tweet, it's usually related to some kind of merchandise, game related stuff, updates, whatever. It's always like, but it's official though. It's like, you know. It's one of the accounts I think ran by them, if I remember correctly. Like somebody over at Pokemon actually runs it. So I don't know. It is weird that they put that out, but again, who knows? Again, anything with a question mark does get me intrigued. So we'll have to wait and see, right? But again, I don't know. It's weird.
I just think that there's like too many things that are happening coincidentally, like the home data mine, not the home data mine, the Masters data mine, the PokéTime stuff, the Unite data mine, like these are all things, like you said, the CCG, these are all things that they would want to address in a direct to hold us over until we like the big news drop at the very end of the Scarlet and Violet news. I just think that this is all like leading into like the you know how the present starts, that they give us like fodder or like stuff that we really don't care about. And then the very end is like the big thing everybody's watching for. Especially with the also the stadium trademark, like these are all things they would want to reveal in a presents to hold you over, to give you like, oh, okay, that's nice, but where's the stuff we want? And then that's the very end.
See, I don't know. That's the thing, right? I guess we'll have to wait and see how that all pans out, and if it happens. I guess we have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. What happens the day after that? What happens the day after that? I mean, tomorrow I'm going to be like a hawk watching Twitter in case anything drops. And we'll see what happens, right? But I guess we can move on and just give our quick kind of thoughts and opinions on the Direct. I guess we'll go from the top now. We'll start from Dusty. If you watched it, what your thoughts were just on it. If you even watched it, what you thought about it and all that. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I did watch it. So for me, for those who don't know, I mostly only play Pokemon. When I think back, I did play other games growing up. And for me, what really hit home was this blew my mind. Mega Man Battle Network, the whole collection, even the games that I didn't even play, are actually going to be ported to the Switch. And this is like I actually want to make content around this. This is Mega Man Battle Network. Those games I played alongside Fire Red, Leaf Green, Emerald, Ruby Sapphire, that whole era. I remember playing those in the exact same places that it's like it's right there for me. I never thought we'd get any sort of callback for this, so I'm really stoked. I want to get back into these games. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm really excited.
Alrighty, well, Cam, anything that you had of interest in there, or was I guess Persona for you, right?
It was Persona and also Mega Man Battle Network, because I never got a chance to play that. I mostly played Star Force growing up. And I know Star Force is like the one that people sleep on, but it's like my personal favorite Mega Man. And I know that Star Force stemmed from Battle Network in terms of gameplay, and there are some lore that connected two games together. So I'm really excited to give that a try. But other than that, there wasn't really anything that caught my attention other than like Persona. Which shout out to I don't know if you guys know this, but shout out to King Goomba over on Twitter, because he was the one that was like commenting under every Atlas post, like port begging for the games to come to Switch. And now that's done enough with, it feels like an anime arc that finally came to an end. It felt like watching One Piece, like it's like a huge anime arc just finally ended for him, and like I'm happy for him. I didn't think it was gonna happen, so he proved us wrong. It's come to Switch.
Damn. And Lumios, anything for you that you liked or disliked, or etc.
You're gonna get me canceled because I don't really play a lot of video games, so I really mainly only play Pokemon. So I hopped on there, I scrolled through to see if there was Pokemon just to make sure. And my wife stopped us on that Blanc game because she saw a little deer and a wolf puppy and said she wanted to watch it, and she's interested in that one. But
all right,
nothing of
It's a
interest for
freaking
me.
pony.
Oh my lord. But so that's it. Nothing much of interest for you.
Yeah, nothing interest for me. But you know,
right.
I'm glad that people liked it or didn't. Some people didn't on Twitter. But you know, sorry about that, guys.
All good. Suba,
Wait,
anything?
there was one last thing. Near Automata. I completely forgot about that coming to Switch.
Sure.
Yeah, they bopped that on there. I guess they also did like a definitive edition added, more or less.
Yeah, it's like a scaled down version of the PS4 game.
Yep. And I guess I guess we have Suba as well. Suba, what do you think about it?
It was okay. It was actually quite decent. Better than the one back in 2020. I can tell you that much. And okay, I'm gonna tell you now. I have a whole list of games I want on the Switch, right? And it's actually covered in cobwebs because there are one game that I've always wanted to be on the Switch, and most of you know what that game is. Yokai Watch 4, but it wouldn't have happened. So
man,
yeah,
don't get me started on that.
yeah, exactly. I'm always, I hope Yokai Watch 4 comes, but obviously it doesn't.
What makes it hurt worse is that it got before the company went bankrupt, that they can the developers like, oh yeah, it's coming to the West, it's coming in English, and then like a few like a year later the company went bankrupt, so the game never was able to get released.
Bankrupt.
Well, in
Yeah,
the West it went, yeah. In the East it's fine, but obviously in the West they stopped their commercial of the company there. But it's still carrying on in the East. It is very sad. But to put that all aside, it was okay. The Pac-Man game actually got a bit of spark from me. That looked interesting. Remake. Was it a remake or a remaster of the 3D Pac-Man game?
I think it was a remake.
Yeah, it was a remake.
Because I don't remember any.
I think it was a remake.
Pac-Man
I don't remember there being a 3D Pac-Man game either, dude. It's like really weird.
Yeah.
I played one on the Game Boy Advance when I was younger. There was some kind of 3D Pac-Man game.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It was like the anniversary game that had like a bunch of random Pac-Man games, and there was one Pac-Man game that was 3D.
Yeah.
And I remember it ended in a giant boss battle against like the ghost got into a robot, and you had to like beat him by eating stuff. It was weird. It was weird, but it was a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, I was like 4 when I played it, and I enjoyed it. So.
Yeah.
Well, for me personally, I don't know. It's kind of disappointing in some way, but also I think Persona was cool because I know my girl loves it. She loves Persona. Like Persona 5 is like her favorite game. So she's excited and she really wants me to play with her because I played like Persona 5 Royale with her a little bit. And she was just so excited just to see me play the game because I'd never played it. So she's just like super happy. She's like, yeah, keep playing.
Yeah, dude, Persona 5 is amazing.
And dude, like the thing is, like she's excited because then we can actually play it together here, and like if it's on the Switch, it's really easy. We can play it whatever we are. If we go on vacation, we can play it there. If we go to Sweden, we can play it on the Switch, etc. So she's excited for that. So I'm just excited because it's something I can do with her then. But beyond that, I don't really know. I mean, the thing is, I just haven't had time to even play anything besides like Pokemon, and since I've been just busy working, I haven't even had time to be honest. Just been busy with Pokemon. That's about it. So I don't really know. It's not really anything in there that really caught my attention beyond just, I guess, Persona, like, the Persona games, and that's about it. But I don't know. I think that's about it. So there's not really much else to say about that, I guess. Which means we move on to the final segment, which is going to be about the riddles. And I guess we're going to kind of summarize this in a way. I'm going to have to go on a little toilet break. But if you guys want to get started, Cam, do you want to take the reins for this one? Or if you've been keeping up? Because I know you've kept up probably more than I think I have most recently with the riddles. Because I've been kind of missing like the most recent stuff from KHU. But do you mind taking the reins on this one just until I return? Or... you cool with that?
Sure, I can.
All right. Well, get things started off, and I'll be back in a few minutes, lads.
All right. So before we get started, I did make a video talking about this. If you guys want to check it out in the comments, I'm going to post the link because I just posted it. And I was
shameless.
Like, yeah, it's a shameless plug, but it's
shameless.
Shameless plug. Woo.
Yeah, dude, there was some pretty cool stuff. There was some pretty cool stuff this week.
From KHU, yes. KHU did a lot of just crazy stuff. I'm not gonna lie. this whole week of hardcore riddles has been the weirdest riddles he's ever done. I wish Soul was here to talk about it with us. I know he's watching.
Yeah.
But I linked to him in the video because I was like, he will do a way better job of explaining this than I ever will. But if we go in order of the leaks, the big thing that we did, because last week we stopped with the bear ball thing. Actually, it was the code thing. So after that, he does the Fue Coco stuff. And I don't know if you guys have seen this, but he pretty much did a poll talking about which body shape do you guys expect him to take. And the polls were a quadruped, a like dinosaur, like T-Rex body shape, which I voted for that one, then a humanoid one, and then a snake. And in this poll, I don't know if he did it in the comments or it was like a separate tweet, but I believe that the dinosaur body shape is winning. And of course, he's going to reveal all of this on the 30th, which is this, what is it?
Thursday.
Friday? Yeah.
Thursday.
So he's going to basically reveal all of this, but he's been basically hyping up stuff because the second tweet of that was, which design choice do you think that his evolutions will focus on? I'm going to post that here. What do you guys think on the second teaser?
Well, I put his face. I now, because of later stuff that he posted, am thinking the hair.
Yeah, I said that in my video. I was like, I think it's going to be the hair for me. Because if you guys remember in the second trailer, his hair or the hair of Fue Coco is glowing. And it seems like such a minuscule thing, but remember that when it came to Pokemon like Score Bunny, the fact that he kicked, like that was like his main design thing, was that he was a kicker.
But the way to look at this is like, it's like the hair is the fire, is the flame on the starter Pokemon's body, right? That goes all the way back to Charmander. If the fire is exposed, that's probably going to be the consistent thing. So I like the hair turning into like a mane, or almost like not hair, but like fiery spikes. Yeah, I think of like fiery spikes along whatever it's going to be his back.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. The crazy thing about this is that you know how he's a pepper, right? His hair doesn't look like a hair. I don't know. Are they stems?
Yeah, it would be a stem of a pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the design focus is going to be on the stem because it's glowing and like it's like a glowing red outline around them.
Yeah,
but I can see people saying the face as well. I don't think the body shape will be that because, of course, every Pokemon's their body's gonna change as they evolve. I don't think that's gonna be the main design focus.
I think it looks like a little T-Rex right now.
Yeah,
and I know you said that. You picked like the T-Rex. What did y'all all pick? I picked quadruped.
What did I pick?
You picked quadruped?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's not even really what I'd prefer. I'd probably prefer him stay like he is. But I don't know. I'm really feeling quadruped. I guess I think he's going to be based off of, and Soul, if he's in the comments, he's going to get really upset that I don't remember the name of this. But Soul's talked about this a bunch. But it's this like weird turtle dragon thing in parades in Spain, and I forget the name of it, but it's on all fours and it's this big chunky thing.
I want it to be a snake so bad.
Hello.
Yeah, see, I'm looking at the poll right now and Snake's actually winning by a few percent.
Really?
The dinosaur body shape is winning by it's losing by 4.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
But it's like 32.2 for the dinosaur and 32.7 for the snake design. And last place is the
wait, the voting was for the design? I thought it was for like the body parts. That's what I thought.
The body shape.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So what are we talking about right now in general? What have we gone through? Because I've kind of missed a bit.
Fue Coco.
Okay, gotcha. Also,
so basically, like, there's all these. I feel like Ku's just actually. By the way, he did change his name to Zodiac Cooler.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is a huge highlight.
Which is interesting. I wonder if that has any. I wonder if that has any meaning to it, though.
No, he did that because
Yes, it does.
Dude, I wonder if it has any meaning
killing
to it,
the Zodiac
He's
theory.
killing the Zodiac.
Oh,
Fuecoco is not going to be a snake. It's going to be an alligator.
Yeah. Basically, that's what it is. He's killing the Zodiac like fucking like theme. Oh my god. Oh my
It's literally
god.
the Zodiac killer.
Yeah, that's fucking. Oh, that's insane. What a
crazy.
That is nuts. Alex,
He's so freaking good at what he does.
Alex, welcome to the stream. JC, welcome to the stream. Rich, Mello, welcome to the stream, and Kayla, welcome to the stream as well. Thank you so much for hopping in.
What up, Rich?
But thank you everybody for joining us. Kayla, welcome to the stream as well. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for being in chat, and thank you for being on for our previous few podcasts or previous podcasts. Sorry, but yeah, I don't know. What if okay? So right now we're talking about Fuecoco. Have we gone anything into any other topic or just Fuecoco so far?
We were starting where we left off, which the last thing last podcast we left off on that weird code riddle.
Yeah,
and I believe it got we were talking about how it's going to be.
It's been solved
and stuff like that. Yeah, it was solved.
Which
the
was
next thing after that was the Fuecoco thing, and then after that was that book that I am like, eh.
Yeah, the book I think is related to a bug type. I think a new bug type Pokemon, like something like that, a bug line. I think that's what it is.
I believe so. When people translated the cover on the book, it talked about a bike. Or like King motorcycle or something like that.
Oh yeah. That was the thing. Right. This is the thing. This is why we need like Soul Silver in here, because Soul gives all the the meaty details on that, because he keeps more track of all of it than the rest of us end up doing. But I'm trying to remember, like, what else was there? So, because the code cracking, I think with the code cracking, the result was something like that. Like, what was it again? Like,
fake.
F means fake. Yes.
Yeah, that was the Morse code one. Yeah, I hated that one because he de-encrypted it 9 times. So you had to like solve it basically 9 times to get a very cryptic answer.
Yeah, which literally relates, as far as we're all agreeing on, I think, on this one, right? That directly relates to the idea of like the RF meaning something fake, right? Regional fake, whatever fakes. Fake, yeah, because I did have a viewer today message me, actually, not a viewer, just a friend actually, who messaged me today. Jerry, who is also known as Chinglun on Twitter, he messaged me saying like, is it possible that maybe he's like kind of fucking with us in a way, with like us assuming that the R, but that's the thing, like, the RF part, right? We're assuming that R is regional. I mean, we're assuming that,
I thought
right?
It was refraction.
But yeah, that's I thought it was riveting for a while, right? I mean, who knows? But that's the thing. Like, I'm thinking to myself, could it be something else? Maybe like.
Could be.
I don't think so, because he said
because he did say that like we should pay attention. F. Yeah, exactly. We should focus on the F rather than the R. So the R definitely then is regional, right? So basically,
that's what I think.
So I think we can then establish regional fakes. And the closest thing to regional fakes is if you think of humans. You have authentic humans and you have fake humans. What would you say fake humans are? Well, I would say robots are fake humans, certain ones, you know what I mean? I would also say people that like have plastic surgery are fake humans, because, a real human is flesh and bone, not plastic. So think of a Pokemon, or even mutated humans in some way. But think of a Pokemon.
Forms, future forms,
cyborg forms, shit like that. Like, imagine regional fakes. Like, imagine a Pikachu that's literally a robot, right?
Okay,
because
what if it's like Pokemon first movie in their clones?
Can I add just
the team? Yeah.
Can I just add one thing before you guys all go off, because you're going off? Look at Miraidon and Koraidon, okay? One is natural, the other one is literally a fucking robot. Like a straight up robot. Like, you can say whatever you want, it's a straight up robot, okay?
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying, one of them is literally, like, I think that they originate from essentially the same Pokemon, but that they've gone in different directions. One is naturally stayed the same. It is traditional. The other one is more futuristic, innovation, right? Because it's literally been modified to be the way it is. It's literally a modified Pokemon. The idea of this wouldn't even be that crazy.
This is the story of Mew and Mewtwo, right? There's an
Exactly.
Pokemon that's Koraidon.
It doesn't even need to be a robotic one. It doesn't. That you're proving the point. It doesn't even need to be like a robot. It could Genesect too. Yes, like we already have examples of this shit. You know what I mean?
So I love the idea of like we keep talking about. Let's go back to like what the gimmick could be. The gimmick could be typing, right? Additional typings. Let's say there's an evil team that's trying to change the DNA, the mega, what is it called? The ultimate energy, ultra energy, whatever it's called. Like trying to change the DNA of Pokemon to give them new typings, right? And then what that essentially does, some of them are just have like warped DNA and they have that aura, where some of them truly adapt and become these robotic forms. They get like a whole new form.
Marav in the chat, I'm gonna let you go in a second, Lumios. It's just that Marav in chat is saying that R also means reverse. He also said R means reverse, which isn't true. That is false. When he said reverse, he was referring to the code riddle. He was basically just telling us to reverse it as like, R means reverse, like reverse the actual code, because the code had an R at the end of it.
Reversed.
Yeah.
So when it was solved, it was F means fake backwards. They had to just flip it around, and then it spelled F means fake.
Exactly. So that's what he was referring to when he was like telling us R means reverse. Don't think that he was telling us that R means reverse forms. He's more referring to like R, like within the code, R meant to reverse the whole thing, so you get the answer to the whole riddle. And Soul Silver, my guy, hello there.
Yo.
I guess you decided to join in.
He's like, you guys are ruining everything. Let me correct it.
No, I don't want to be known like that. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
So why RF? RF for regional fake. That's the whole point of it. Like that's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming. Unless it is reverse fake, but then I don't get the point. But yeah, Lumios, go ahead.
No,
you got the answer.
I think. Go for it.
Okay, so I literally kid you not, right now in YouTube Studio, I have a video on this scheduled for today at 3 p.m.
Okay.
So I'm just going to give the gist of it. I explain it a lot more in depth than that. But all of these things are based off of real world things. Every time they do something with regional variants or whatever, it's based off of real world things. Regional variants, there are variations in our world. Think Darwin's finches. Regional evolutions, that exists in our worlds too. Lizards evolve differently in Africa deserts than they did in Amazon's rainforest.
Correct.
So this would likely be based off of something real as well, and I am thinking it could be based off of GMOs, and what that is, it's genetically modified organisms, where they take an animal like salmon is the example, one of the examples I use in the video, and they found a hormone in salmon and basically amplified the gland that spreads that hormone, which allowed the salmon to get bigger. And think, what did Coon say was really close to what fake did he use? He used a Diglett that got a lot bigger. So I'm proposing it could be a thing where you genetically modify the Pokemon, and what this could be is this would allow Diglett to exist, like Cantonian Diglett, the Diglett we know of right now, to exist in the region, but you get these regional fakes or like Pokemon version of GMOs by breeding. So they introduce a new item that allows you to breed and get this thing, kind of like baby Pokemon, except they would evolve differently unlike baby Pokemon. But think there's items like Everstones and Destiny Knots that affect breeding. There could be something to like allow you to genetically modify the Ditto or the Diglett that you have with the Ditto in the daycare, so that the result is the regional fake Diglett that has been amplified to be a lot bigger. Another thing they could do is like have Noctowl. That's a Pokemon that's a normal flying type, but learns a ton of psychic moves. They could make it where you're taking that latent psychic gene and amplifying it. So Noctowl is now psychic flying.
Are you saying these are man-made regions, essentially, not natural regional forms? That would be a great concept, because it's just like how they made the fossils different in the sense that they were mismatched fossils. They can take regional forms and just make them like some are natural and some are completely man-made. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I am just muting the Discord for a second, guys. I'm just lowering their volumes for a second, guys, just to thank NBCTM. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, my guy. Holy shit, you gave one to Galoris, to Rasen, to Jesse, to Kai, and Stubaka. Thank you so much. And also, Clayman, thank you so much for the 5, man. It's going to be disappointing when regional fake just means a new Mimikyu like Pokemon, lol. Also, thanks for the podcast. Makes my workday better. Thank you so much for the donation, my guy. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, my guy. Thank you, dude. Holy shit. I'm going to get back into the chat with the guys now.
That's really cool. I love that. So that means the typings would be way more deliberate than what we're assuming.
Yes, I think so. And, like, I mean, you know, and I think the changes would be a lot more deliberate as well. Like, again, you know, it's a perfect example. Ku said that the Diglett that was, like, a lot taller was really close to the actual thing. And we see in GMOs, that's, like, the most common GMO that they do with crops and stuff, because it's mainly, like, for human consumption. Is why they genetically modify stuff. They make it where it gets bigger so that's, you know, there's more meat.
Yeah, it's like if you look at literally
Size
like
matters.
if you look at like a naturally grown chicken versus like factory made chickens, they're way larger because they specifically chose. Actually, I watched a video about this specifically like a few months ago about how they selectively made like basically chicken today tastes so dry and boring because it was selectively chosen to like, they basically did a competition in the US a long time ago that you were supposed to bring the biggest chicken you could grow possibly. And then they used the 2 chickens that were the largest during this competition are the ones that they took like basically the genes of those and like the offspring of those and basically destroyed every other like, you know, breed that existed. You might be thinking, oh, but there's only one breed of chicken. No, there's multiple different kinds of chicken.
You know,
there's more.
Exactly.
Suba knows this because Suba has chickens and everything. There are different kinds of chicken, and the ones in factories are specifically the literally same kind. And this is gonna. They're literally just made for like consumption, which means that they are born and they are killed soon after their birth. They just grown to a specific size, as big as possible, fed with a lot of like, you know, like just bad stuff basically to make them as thick as possible and as big as possible so they can be slaughtered and you get the most amount of, you know, kilograms or pounds of meat out of it as possible, which also has made the meat of those Pokemon much worse. Okay, but this isn't just for chickens. Not even chickens, by the way.
Remember selective breeding plants too, like how we crossbreed plants to make new plants.
Tomatoes,
I mean, you look at look at tomatoes and like how they originally naturally like looked like, and not just them, bananas as well. I don't know if you've seen, but bananas actually have
seeds.
like are just have seeds inside them. There is basically no banana part of it, but they've selectively been like, you know, like breeding them to make sure that they end up in a certain way. And you might make the argument, oh, but that's like them going too far, like in, you know, like using too many like real life things that are maybe a bit controversial. We're talking about the same fucking like, you know, like company here that's used literally genetically modified Pokemon and literally Pokemon that are equal to nuclear bombs. Okay, so holy shit! I'm sorry, but what is my chat doing? They just dropped another 5 gifted subs. What? What the fuck is happening? Dude, we just had 5 gifted subs. It's like, we just got 10 gifted subs in the chat. What the fuck? Galoris, thank you. And NBCTM, thank you as well. I'm sorry, guys. I know we're in the middle of the podcast, but I just have to say thank you because this is fucking insane. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen this, if you guys aren't streaming on YouTube, the rest of you guys in the podcast, but they added gifted subs, right? At least I got, like, the feature enabled that people can give, like, gift away, like, memberships or whatever the fuck. And it's fucking insane, dude. Holy shit, my guy.
That's sick.
Oh, my lord. Dude, thank you so much, mate. Munching Munchlags got a membership. Nicholas, Hakeem, Damien, and I think JC, you all got a gifted membership from Galoris. Thank you so much. Let's keep it going, guys. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Let's get back into the topic. So, we're talking about basically modified Pokemon. Lumios, once you post your video, post it right after the stream, and we'll send people that way. Okay, mate? You know, just drop it right after the stream, and we'll link it to the people in chat. Actually, can like some of the mods or whatever link it once we have it, or like because I'm not logged in right now. I'm looking at the chat through Streamlabs, which I can't comment through there. So, Suba or someone, Cam, you guys can probably just link it once the podcast is over. But SoulSilver, you're there still. I can see you muted. You joined in for a clear reason. You seem to have something to say about, well, what we've been discussing. So I want to hear what your thoughts are. What is it that, like, that we have missed here that you have to add to the conversation? Or something that we've gotten wrong, which is, I'm assuming about RF or something along those lines. But please enlighten us.
I mean, I wouldn't say wrong or anything. I think that Zach right there just, like, nailed. I think that it's probably something close to GMOs, like he was saying. I don't think that it's a mechanical kind of thing, but I mean, it's all speculation right now. I think it's definitely regional fakes to me. I know we were talking about that, but I think it's definitely regional fakes. So I think the riveting part might have something to do with it being mechanical.
Oh my fucking god!
That is something. Like with the rivets, you know, putting screws in them or something. There's multiple different things that it could be. The GMO one seems like the most. It makes the most sense to us, you know. But who knows what Game Freak ended up going with? I wonder. Go for it.
Oh, it's something really short. Ruffle, you were talking about how they were like how they were saying this is like too dark of a concept like man-made regionals, but you have to remember this is the same company that also made Galarian Corsola. That was based off of the dying coral reefs that are happening in real life right now.
So they can do anything. They can do anything. They can literally do anything because it's a children's games. And I mean, like at the end of the day, they do this stuff in like even cartoon shows where they have innuendos to like mature things, but you know, a child wouldn't get it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, look at what Koo posted today, so who knows?
And
destroy the world so we get more ideas.
Sweet mother of God, Galoris, why did you gift another 5 subs, my guy? Chill, my guy, please. Even Podcast got a free gifted sub in chat. Angel got one as well. Mike got one. Craig got one, and Prime Sky got one. What the fuck is happening, dude?
Crazy.
Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. And Clayman V, thank you for the 5, saying the GMO ID could justify us having a normal Tauros and a GMK Tauros of a different type be wild in the same region, just like cows and bulls IRL. Ooh, interesting point. Because if you even think, when you think about all of that, right? Even horses, right? Like even cows, everything. All animals pretty much that we see the way we imagine them in our regular, like day-to-day, like, you know, like life didn't used to naturally look like that, and there are different versions of them. And of course, as you're talking about the GMOs and everything, just like honestly modifying the earth has become like human, like the human species' big, like, you know, task of how to destroy this planet, more or less. But hey, that's not going to stop, you know, them from including it in the games. I mean, I don't know if you guys know the theory that the Reggies, specifically because where they were introduced in Gen 3, that they're literally based on where, like, kind of based on like where the bombs were dropped during World War II. Kind of like there's a basis around that because around them. I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of a weird theory about that, which wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, kind of. There's like some kind of like, I remember, again, I only have very small context for it, but there's kind of a theory about that it's kind of connected. My point is that they don't, you know, they're not, you know, too far away from the possibility of doing weird shit or using real life things that may be a little bit on the, you know, sus side of things. You know what I mean? Where maybe like, you know, you'd be like, would you really include the murder of like little animals? I don't know, but yeah, they would.
I mean, I think it could even have to do with like the main conflict of the story, like the plot, you know, because they dive into like those kind of deep, let's say ideologies, like opposed against each other, you know, like that.
Just look at Legends.
Yeah, exactly. So they could just be like, you know, these people are modifying Pokemon and there's another group that doesn't want them to do that.
Yeah, the main villain wants to revert the Earth back to a natural state.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That can definitely work.
Or it could be the other way around as well. He wants to make everything artificial or modified.
Yeah, they can pull a Gen 3.
Yeah, the thing with exactly, Cam. The thing with that is like you can interpret that however you want to interpret that.
Yeah.
Like the past could be seemed. You can interpret the past as like the proper way to be, but in reality, it's like the further human life continues. Like honestly, current day is the ideal way, right? Or I don't know, depending on how you want to look at that.
It feels like so Pokemon though too for them to do that. So it's like open ended on both sides. So you like you see both sides of it, and you kind of
like
you know,
even
it's a children's game, but you know.
Yeah, the truth and ideal concept
exactly.
Of black and white. I feel like anytime I see someone make a video about that and reference it, they're like, oh yeah, you know, I mean, I don't want to have this conversation, but like people will be like, oh yeah, Republicans, this is what they're talking about, and I'm like, I think it's supposed to be open ended on purpose.
Right, absolutely, and honestly, with that, if you think about it, we have two dragons. Like two dragons.
Yeah, same
it's
thing.
the same kind of vibe, same kind of. We've heard that from the uncle info that it's supposed to have some Gen 5 story to it.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
exactly.
Story beats, let's say. So, I mean, it's very possible. On the other hand, it could also be, I just want
to quickly say, Infrared, thank you for the tier 1 membership. That puts us at 109 members. And also Galoris, thank you for the 5, calling for you Pokegods to put together a Poke Championship. I'll add cash.
We have physical location.
Maybe we'll do it.
We have a regional form that only exists in the past. Maybe this is a regional form that can only exist with the help of human technology.
Exactly.
That's what I'm thinking.
It could just be just another form for a Pokemon, not anything to do with the story or anything. Because like regional forms, it's just like, oh, this is happening. They're evolving into something else over time. You know. Same
but it's just one of those things, right? Like for example, what was the whole thing they did in Hawaii with the whole like young goose thing? Because like they use like actual mongoose there to get rid of snakes, I think. Which actually worked. A rat.
Yeah, a rat-a-tat.
Yeah, but I'm wondering in terms of the context of like real life, like history.
Real life.
Was it? Are you guys sure it was rats and not snakes?
Yeah, it was rats. It was
because Rat got the.
I know, because Rat got that, but I'm really really because wait.
There was a rat infestation and they brought over.
Snakes. That's what the Zangoose Viper thing is for. But the reason they were brought to Hawaii was to get rid of the rat.
Yeah,
let me see.
They were brought over to get rid of the rats, and they also ended up basically becoming an invasive species.
Yeah,
and it's.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. The mongoose controlling the rat population was an epic fail. Yeah, that's the thing. They actually went over for other native species and fauna and ruined basically the ecosystem.
Yeah,
because of that.
And not only that, but the mongoose. The reason it didn't work out is because the mongoose were always out during the day. The rats were out at night, which is why they made Alolan Rattata at night and. At nighttime and young goose in daytime.
So basically just look at stuff like that as a basis for maybe some of the stuff we can see here. But like instead of looking at like I guess historical facts like in literal like environmental things like that, we can look at it from like the human side of things, what humans cause. Well, that was also caused by humans technically, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But this would be more literal in the sense of like, Pokemon is literally altered by humans to be a certain way, and that's why they exist in this world for this reason. Is that how we're kind of looking at this, or is there a different way to see it?
I would love to see like actual scientific, not research, but like experimentation.
Yeah,
I like that backstory. Or maybe it's both. Maybe like some have that, some are more like environmentally changed, but the environment changed because of the humans. It's probably gonna be a mix of both.
Yeah, I was gonna say this seems like the logical next step for regionals, because like I said, we know about regionals that are natural, but in reality, we also have variants of animals that exist due to man-made means, and the F means fake are like they're regional fakes because they aren't natural regional variants. They're man-made regional variants that were made to help the environment, which that can tie into the plot that some main team were like, this is unnatural, this isn't how Pokemon should be, we want to revert them. But like there can be also another evil team that's like, this is the next step, this is evolution, this is they're not being harmed, they're just being altered slightly with genetics and stuff, just like how you said the chickens and the tomatoes, stuff like that, because they can like the lore is there, they can make that work for both animals and plant Pokemon. So definitely I think that regional fake, like Lumio said, this is definitely like the logical next step for regionals beyond this point, where we can have like going forward we can have man-made regionals and just natural regionals. Just like how with Gen 8, how we had the fossils, we had the mismatched fossils, because that was like the next step for fossils, or specifically just that generation of fossils. So I think that this is like something that Game Freak probably sat there and thought about, because they're like, we have modified chickens, cows, roosters, bulls, all that stuff, and this is definitely something that could be brought to their attention. And it's not dark, because we've had darker like plots in Pokemon, essentially.
Definitely.
We should
insert Marowak from Kanto games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And even some Pokemon entries, like Pokedex entries, are even dark as well.
Hypno's a literal like nonce. Yeah, it's a little nonce, okay? So, like, we already know, like, Hypno's a straight-up nonce. We know that Drifloons casually kidnap children.
Yes.
Point is, Pokemon is
Phantom.
willing to go to some weird places with, like, their lore. So we can already assume they could use some stuff there, which makes me wonder then, what could they use as a basis?
For the record, too, this would also work really well with, there's a lot of talk of, like, Johto remakes or sometimes Johto-focused games in this gen, and a lot of the times they do like to kind of tie or set teasers for that in whatever the main gym was, similar to how Oris and X and Y had very close ties. And is this not incredibly similar to what Team Rocket did to the Lake of Rage, creating that Red Gyarados?
Yeah, this is what I've been talking about for ages now already. Like, I've mentioned this a while back. Literally, this whole thing with, dude, I literally said this. I was like, yo, how are you totally going to ignore the fact that Team Rocket literally created shiny Pokemon? Like, that's a man-made error that caused, like, literally Pokemon to be, like, changed into fucking shinies. Like, because that's whole, like standing theory is that their whole, like, fucking around with stuff caused the what do you call it, trying to evolve, like, the Magikarp got to turn shiny. And then there's this whole theory that basically all of that caused, like, a bunch of Pokemon to turn shiny around the world. But I don't know. It is weird because we kind of already spoke about that. So is it really that crazy to assume there will be Pokemon that are altered by humans? No, because we already know that's happened before. It's not impossible.
It's already a concept
I love how that man-made creation of shiny Pokemon actually adds to the whole color wheel and the typing gimmick. I just want to throw that in there.
Well,
this is why we need a new trailer.
Well, we've done this.
Yes, we do.
We've done this topic now, so I'm wondering, is there anything else we want to go into before the end of the podcast? Like, is there anything else right now that we can think of that is worthwhile mentioning? I mean, Soul, since you already jumped in, is there anything you think is really important to mention that we haven't already gone into? Or is Soul dead? I'm assuming Soul is dead. Yeah, I think he's muted at the moment. But I guess, I don't know. Is there anything like Cam, Luminos? Is there? Oh, there he is. Soul.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I was just asking.
I'm in a. No, I heard you. I'm in a department store. Well, I'm in a clothing store. I'm trying on clothes. Right now.
Okay, that's okay. Fair enough.
Like literally, I'm trying on t-shirts and listening to this podcast and
oh,
like
jeez,
talking. So, but you're saying anything related to RF or related to
no,
what?
just related to Riddler Coup. Anything that's worthwhile that we haven't already mentioned, because you've been watching the podcast, so you kind of already know what we've spoken about. But is there anything that's worthwhile to bring up that we haven't already mentioned?
A sneak peek thing he did.
I guess so.
Is the electric frog real?
Oh, I mean, there's so much to talk about. The electric frog is totally real in my opinion.
Where's that then?
So
yeah.
So electric frog is like that. What was that was the railgun. It was a railgun image with the girl and all that. So that's, I'm assuming, because like you broke down that basically refers to, well, it's an anime character from Magical Index, which is like, well, it's one part of the Magical Index universe. FYI, the anime is too many fucking like spin-offs. It's basically trying to understand the Fate series.
There's like
too much. It's too much shit.
It's a railgun. Okay, and Magical Index. Yeah, I know now. I think.
Yeah,
I do think that it is just an electric type.
That's what I thought as well.
A lot of people are like electric psychic, but I think it's just electric because the psychic, there's like so many characters and they're all psychic, basically.
Yeah, basically it's the whole like show. It's about like people that use psychic abilities, but all psychic abilities kind of work in a different way. They all have those little elements to it.
Magic and science.
So yeah,
or even another electric water type would be cool.
That could be cool.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be just electric, but it's definitely at least electric.
However, so that was one of them. Then I guess the big one, the big boy, has got to be, I guess, the sneak peek image, right? So for anybody that doesn't know what's in it, it's more or less a picture of a crocodile with a rooster, I think, on top of it, which pretty much kind of, I guess, in some way confirms, as far as I'm aware, the idea that the focus of the design of the Pokemon is going to be more on its top of its head, right? Because he did post that image with, like, what you guys shared in the chat here as well. This image of the body parts, and he asked us which part will the design focus on. And I did kind of say that I assumed it was going to be the face or the hair that was going to have most focus on it. And I think we can kind of establish from that image, unless I'm crazy, because I don't think anybody's mentioned this, that it most likely is what it's referring to. I mean, it's a literal rooster on top of a crocodile, alligator, whatever the hell. And well, roosters do have that mohawk-looking design to them, or design. I'm saying it as if they're literally creatures made on a computer, but you get what I mean. I'm trying to say that like they're they're animals that literally have straight up mohawk-looking heads, which we can then assume are like pretty much hinting at that, unless I'm crazy, right? But that's what I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts.
I mean, it's a really good like theory for sure.
But I don't know.
Evolves into a stand user with the bird.
Yeah, it's really hard to say right at this point.
Yeah.
But we have to see what the text says, which I am just literally assuming it's a central insult, and that's it.
Most
Always.
likely.
That's what I think it is.
But we also have,
Usually
I guess, yeah, go on.
I was just saying it usually is an insult to Centro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have GL1 related teaser 1 and GL1 related teaser 2, which is just GL. We're assuming this one's the easiest one, I would assume. It's just gym leader, right? So it's two different teasers there. Now, I don't know if anybody's been able to actually figure out those in any way or shape, like breaking them down, like, being able to figure out what's in there. But we know that that's basically
July.
Yeah. So I'm guessing we just have to wait and see what happens with those and what he's going to hint at there.
Confirmed on there.
The big takeaway is that he, for me personally, is that he hinted that the Elite Four is back in this generation.
Yeah, E4 is in there. E4 teaser 1, which pretty much confirms that the Elite Four is back, which is fantastic because we didn't have that in Galar, which I think was a travesty in my opinion, because that's 4 characters that we didn't get to see. It's 4 characters just didn't exist.
This is the first game to have gym leaders and Elite Four both present since X and Y.
Jeez,
Like other than
That is
remake.
true.
Yeah, it's been
because
it's been
Gen
a while.
7 had no gym leaders and Gen 8 had no Elite Four. So this is like
Isn't that
a return
wild?
to standard.
Huh. Well, I guess what we're finally back to the usual. They also have the Gen 9 Pokedex, which people have been trying to break down like the layers, how many Pokemon are in there. I think the current number speculated is 673, is a speculated number from that image.
Yeah,
Didn't he
that's
say
crazy.
He's also updating that as he learns more info.
I guess so, maybe, yeah. But yeah, that's what we have so far. And then he also has.
They're still doing it.
Yeah, and then he has also random, which somebody was able to increase the lighting on it and figure out that it was basically a dog, which either is, well, it's, you look at it 2 ways. Either it's that Centro thingy insult, or it's, as Soul's been saying, just him again pushing towards the idea of there being puppy Pokemon in this, or a new puppy Pokemon, or a dog Pokemon. So that's kind of what we get from that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks like
yeah.
either a Shiba or a Husky, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Where are you guys finding the like unmarked out versions of this image?
I don't know. There was like
page.
somebody was like tweeting it out. I think Soul has it. Yeah, if you go to Soul's actual
Page.
Twitter,
I'll try to find it and send
You'll
it in
find it.
chat.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we have from that, like, that kind of riddle teaser. There's not really much else to it than that, I think. Well, there
you
is more
talk
to it, but that's about it, though. Yeah?
Yeah. Did you talk about, like, so from the puppy, you can go on to his other tweet about what his team is going to be. He revealed a few things in that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So there is for sure a puppy one. And then there is also rock type and all that.
Yeah, where is that again? I'm trying to find it. Let's see.
Yeah,
Where is
I mean,
his...
he said there was a rock type, puppy, and...
Oh, yeah.
He's using all 3 starters.
Yeah. So all 3 starters, 1 object Pokemon, 1 rock type
The
Pokemon,
object.
and 1 puppy Pokemon. That's what he said.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So that's
those
where
are
the
just
puppy
regular.
theories come from.
Oh yeah,
you know?
but it makes sense though.
It's like, yeah.
It makes sense, but
It's not
also,
like a wolf or anything.
but having a new puppy Pokemon isn't really that crazy if you think about it. I mean, we kind of always have a new dog.
Guaranteed.
It's kind of always there, so it's really not like anything brand new. It's like saying, oh, there will be brand new Pokemon in Pokemon. Wow, great, crazy. Wow, I totally didn't know that. There's nothing really much to learn from that unless he gives further info on what it could be based on, which maybe is what can be found in that random image that we have. Like that's kind of hidden. That's like the only thing I guess we can learn from that. But yeah, I guess you guys were trying to figure out if it's a Husky or not. But I don't know. I can't really tell
Looks
from
like
that
a
image.
Husky or a Shiba. I'm not sure which.
Yeah,
It looks like the Dodge dog.
Yeah,
It
it does.
could be,
I don't know.
actually,
I can't figure it out.
It could be a Springer Spaniel, maybe. I think.
See, it looks like a sheep, but then when you look at how big the nose is, then you're like, oh, okay, it's definitely a husky, because it has a husky nose.
I'm just pulling for that like ice type wolf. That's what I want. It
Yes.
was just a very random theory. It's so random. It has nothing behind it, guys. I promise. But like literally, I want an ice type like icy wolf looking thing.
I would love Siberian Husky as type mine.
Yeah.
Well,
I think since he says there's more than one, I'd love to see like one that's like your traditional like Boltund Arcanine type, but then one that's more like a Lucario, like it, because they seem to nail it when they do the biped dogs. I mean, Lucario is one of the greatest designs in the game. So
yeah,
I think they're pretty hit or miss. I think Lucario is sick.
Yeah. I'm telling you guys that I think all of those. Yeah, I hear him too. Sorry, he's going for it. I'm telling you guys that I think that all 4 of the dogs that he's already posted are actually dogs like in the game.
Okay.
Are they going to be rideable? He's going to be the rideable Pokemon?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I still think the legendaries are. That's the only thing rideable.
I kind of wonder now though if that video where he said like me training my puppy and it was two heads. Yep. I wonder now if that wasn't him implying a Cerberus, but instead just him implying 2 puppies.
Like
it's very possible.
A crazy rabbit dog and like a calm collected dog.
That would be sick. I would love that.
So a lot of puppies.
Yep.
That'd be really cool.
I love it. I'm looking forward to it.
He is too.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess we've gone through the most basic of stuff then. He did post a more recent thing, which I guess I don't really want to read it on stream because it's a little...
Yeah,
it's a little vulgar. Shit, even for me, it's a little vulgar to say just casually on stream. But hardcore queen means a girl with a ha ha ha, I'm serious, trust me, lol. Really looking forward to your reactions when you see it one day. I'm going to assume he's just trying to say that it's going to be like kind of a feminine type Pokemon, but with masculine traits. I'm assuming
like a bodybuilder woman or something.
Yeah. Something along those lines.
Did any of you guys see my breakdown of it?
I have not. I don't know. I can't remember if I did or didn't, but
I can't believe I literally had to break that crap down, but
yeah.
it's cool life. You got to be shameless when you do it, but basically in the new Discord that we started, a lot of people were going around talking about what other words it could be, and it makes total sense to me. Even when I first saw it, I was like, why is he censoring it? Bro doesn't censor anything. He's never censored it.
That's weird.
Before.
About it.
That is true. That I should have mentioned it. Yeah, you're right. He did censor the word. The word dick.
Right?
I said it.
You're saying it all the time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he censored it, but he even on the RF Diglett form thing, when he wrote on there and he said Centro's D basically, and he wrote it out. So why wouldn't he block it then instead of now? So like we were looking up other words for it, and so we came up with disc and dirk, I think. And a dirk is like a dagger. It's like a specific dagger. So I mean, it's very possible that it could just be a play on. It could be a riddle. It's very possible it could be a riddle.
Like a hardcore queen, like having a dagger. That sounds pretty hardcore.
Yep.
True. This one's just so weird. Like I don't know. Like the end of the month, Coos riddles have just been either extreme and like the fact that they're just so complicated, or extreme in the fact that they're just like too vulgar to just say.
Yeah.
But it makes so much sense, like really, because it's so he doesn't get caught. Like he's that vulgar just so he doesn't get caught, because Nintendo won't even look at it. They'd be like, "What is this dude smoking?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
When it's wild enough to where God. They kind of can't draw attention to it,
Yeah, even that they can't be like, "Oh yeah, don't do this," because it's terrible. It's some crude stuff.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that all makes sense, but I feel like he is so notorious. Like if you are in the community and you're looking at rumors, you know who is. You would think at one point, I mean, I don't know if they can. I guess they can't track it back to him, but they could know who he is just social media and try to get rid of him now.
I am like so confident that they know exactly not who he is as like the person but they know that he exists.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they must. He's massive.
He is the community right now at this point.
Yeah.
You know what it is though? Of course, they know. I mean, listen. Of course, they know who he is. They know if you're making content or producing anything that has any relation to them, they know you.
Well,
they know you.
You know what?
I wouldn't be surprised if his name has shown up right in front of Masuda's fucking desk, and you know, like his name, fucking Soul. I'm pretty sure your name has shown up on that fucking on their radar as well. Probably have you on. Like, think about it like that meme of the FBI agent that's assigned to you that was watching you through a camera. Well, that's Nintendo with basically KHU, Silver. I already know they're on my ass for a long time ago, so they've already been on my dick for a long time. So I don't really matter, but. My point is, they are paying attention. They do know him for a fact. If they're trying to figure out who he is, what he is, I don't know. As long as he keeps like being very, you know, indirect about it and all that shit, he's fine. But I do know also that there's some stuff, and this is something that I haven't even mentioned to you, Soul, but Nintendo has been on the prowl lately. Let's just say it like that. I'm not gonna say more than that, but they've been on the prowl and they've been doing some stuff in the back. So I. Just know that you don't fuck with them. So I think him doing the riddles the way he does, I think he's fine. Because he's not, again, giving out any actual direct info. As in terms of, he doesn't show any visuals. He doesn't, you know, give away any names, really, or anything like that. Like, he literally doesn't give... He doesn't really give anything directly in any way. So he's fine.
They would never admit this, but honestly, he is a net positive to the community.
Oh, for sure.
Giving us stuff to talk about.
Dude, they're not giving us info. He's giving us info. It's fair enough, dude.
He saved PLA's hype cycle.
What if they pay KHU to do this? Devin, think of the 5, mate. It would be crazy if they fucking pay him for it, but I don't think so, because if they did pay him, I don't think they'd let him. I don't think they'd let him be vulgar. Yeah, they don't want that. But also, I don't think they'd want somebody that's that, like, you know, crude about it. You know what I mean?
And like the whole autism thing, when that happened, like they wouldn't let it go, especially that one.
Yeah. But either way, so I think pretty much, I mean, in terms of just the base stuff, we've kind of gone through it. By the way, Lumius, you got to post your video right now, mate?
Yeah, I can if y'all want me to.
Just publish it right now. We're going to get the link rolling so we get people over there watching your video, my guy. Just publish it right now. Slide the link. I'm going to get it out there. But I think we've pretty much gone through most of the stuff. I'm trying to keep this podcast a bit shorter than, like, you know, our last few, because every single one so far has been like 3 hours long. So we're trying to keep them a bit shorter. We've been going for about 1 hour and 41 minutes, which I think is reasonable. We did say like 2 hours today, so I think we've just about like done most of it. Yeah,
it's like a normal podcast.
Yep. Yeah. But I want to make sure to just really quickly give a thank you to, of course, Lumios for joining us once again. We're going to be linking his video in a second. Of course, also our boy Subarashi, which until he gets his video out, I want to just quickly promo Subarashi real quick. He's really close to 200 subs, lads, so if we can get him there, it'd be really appreciated. Just need to link your channel really quickly. It's just, for whatever reason, I am not logged into my own channel right now, which is just fantastic. But here we go. We're going to just link it in the chat. Guys, go sub to him. Go give him some love. Go give him some freaking appreciation. It'll be really appreciated. Get him to maybe 200 subs. That'd be awesome. Also, Monty, I think for the $2, man. When do you expect the trailer or announcement, guys? I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I already said my thoughts on this. I personally just think we're going to see something's going to happen this week. I don't know what, but something. That's what I personally think. But I don't know about the rest of you guys. I think we already spoke about this. You can go back in the stream and check it out. But we already kind of talked about this topic specifically.
Yeah.
But
I think it's tomorrow or Thursday.
Yeah, that's like sometime this week, an announcement for an announcement, more or less, or a shadow drop trailer. That's what I think personally.
Basically, if something doesn't happen tomorrow, then I wouldn't count on anything.
I still think it's possible. I still think there could be like something announced like on Thursday for next week or for Friday. There's always a possibility. Listen, they've done. I think they did one on a Saturday once. Like they did a present or a trailer or some shit. They've done them in weirder times, so anything is possible. It's like we can't just discount it because it doesn't fit the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday formula. You know, that's the way I looked at it.
I totally agree. I mean, I'm more like with you guys that something's happening this week. I think it's probably more an announcement.
That Visit Region series updates every Thursday.
Yeah, so you know.
Yep, anything's possible.
I'm just thinking they're gonna just drop the region.
But yeah,
like the region name.
Maybe. I hope they do.
That would be a big enough.
Lads, just gonna quickly just say it in chat. Lads, go ahead and sub to Subarashi's channel. It is linked in the chat right now. At least get him to 150 subs. He's really close. He's got like 6 subs to go for 150. So go over there and sub. And also in a second, as soon as Lumios gets his video out, we'll be linking that as well. Lumios, is that coming along or? Oh, sure. Wait. Okay. Okay. Great. Wait. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna get that up real quick. Jeez, can my computer work today? It's like everything just seems not to be online, like just working properly today for me. Let me see what chat is. Guys, go sub to Suba. He's very close. He's literally like 6 subs away, guys. Come on. 6 of you subscribing is enough. Just need 5 more of you, okay? 5 more of you bastards just need to subscribe, all right? I love you guys, though. But either way, sub to both of them. Thank you, Alivania. I appreciate it. Of course, we're going to also link Lumios' video. Lumios' video right here goes specifically into the subject matter of, well, like the idea of the GMO Pokemon type deal, which is like the whole RF thing, which we talked about earlier in the podcast. So you guys can go over there and give them some love. Of course, as per usual, you guys know, over on Twitter, you will find your boy SoulSilverArt making his daily posts, pretty much. Of course, on YouTube, Camtendo, you know where to find him, you know what to do. And of course, Dusty Go-Goat on YouTube as well, you know where to find him, and you know what to do if you haven't subscribed. By this point, I'm pretty sure most of them have subbed to you guys. You know what I mean? But yeah, go and sub to them as well. But that's the thing. Go sub to them all, lads. It'll be appreciated. Again, thank you for all for the support, lads. There's the video link. Go and watch our boy's video right here. Go watch Lumios' video. Give it some love. It's a video that you guys will enjoy if you like this topic of these riddles and stuff. So go give it some love. And of course, I'm going to be linking Suba's channel as well, who's been doing some great videos recently. There you go. He specifically did a recent video about new Scarlet and Violet, like, you know, Pokemon, just some predictions or what some new Pokemon might be in there. And even made some artwork for that, which is, by the way, really sick. They actually drew that yourself. But go check it out, lads.
One noon, which will be good.
Oh, sick. Well, go check it out, lads. It'll be appreciated. And yeah, the links are in the chat. Go. I'm linking everything. All the links are there. I think, Suba, are you at 150 yet? Let's see.
Yeah, I made it.
Hey, 150. Let's go, dude. Congrats, my guy. But yeah, so Lumios, of course, as well, guys. Go check out his video. I think it's just great to check out because it will give you a lot more context on like the stuff we were already talking about and more of his perspective on it and the kind of breakdown on that. So there it is. Links in the chat. I'm just spamming the shit out of it. And thank you for today, lads. I will be seeing you all in the next episode together with the boys. Guys, you want to say your goodbyes, your all that sort of stuff? Go right ahead right now.
I love you. I love you guys. I love you.
Alrighty.
Same here. Thank you guys so much.
Yo, peace out.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, and Suba and Lumios, thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it, lads. And yeah, we'll be having you guys on again soon again, probably. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the podcast. So you can see the VOD on PokéManiac's YouTube channel, PokéManiac's podcast on YouTube. Go check it out. We just hit 500 subs, by the way, which is very sick. So thank you for that one, lads. And yeah, I'm going to be done with that for now. We'll be seeing you next time. And that's it for the podcast. Peace.